Yeah. I know.
They said he was obsessed with an empty plastic pool. Every single night, this 25-pound Boston Terrier climbed inside and refused to leave. His new owner thought it was just a quirky habit. Maybe the dog felt safe in the confined space. Maybe it reminded him of something. For 6 months, the man gently carried Thor back to his bed every night. And for 6 months, Thor returned to that empty pool within minutes, curling up on the hard plastic bottom like it was the softest thing in the world. Nobody understood why. Until one summer day when the owner filled that pool with water, and what Thor did next shattered him completely. Thor wasn't always this way. Before the confusion, before the quiet desperation, there was water. Real water. Thor had been born with something most dogs don't have, an almost supernatural love for swimming. Not the casual doggy paddle most pets do. No, Thor swam like he'd been engineered for it, like every cell in his compact body existed solely to move through water. His little Boston Terrier frame would slice through pools, lakes, rivers. Anywhere liquid existed, Thor wanted to be inside it. While other dogs obsessed over treats or toys, Thor only cared about the feeling of water against his skin, the weightlessness, the freedom. His brother, a slightly smaller Boston Terrier with oversized ears, worshipped Thor. When Thor was happy, his brother bounced. When Thor was sad, his brother drooped like a wilted flower. The two were inseparable. And then, one freezing February morning, everything ended. Their previous owner, Marcus Hayes, made a decision. He drove them to an empty parking lot on the outskirts of Detroit, opened the car door, and walked away. Thor and his brother sat there for hours, shivering against each other, waiting. He never came back. Animal control picked them up 3 days later, half-starved and frozen, bringing them to Oakwood Rescue Center. Thor stopped wagging his tail. His brother stopped eating. They sat in their kennel, pressed together, eyes hollow. The shelter workers tried everything. Nothing worked. Until one worker noticed Thor staring at the water bowl, not drinking from it, staring, like he was seeing an ocean in a plastic dish. David Richardson walked into Oakwood on a cold Saturday in March, looking for a running partner. He was 38, recently divorced, living alone in a house that felt too quiet. When he saw Thor and his brother huddled in Kennel 14, something stopped him. The shelter worker warned, "They're a bonded pair, you can't separate them, and they've been really withdrawn." David looked at Thor's dark eyes, not sad, not happy, just waiting. "I'll take them both," he said. If you're watching this and haven't subscribed yet, I have to say I'm a little heartbroken. Stories like this need your support. These are real moments that remind us what loyalty and hope actually look like. Hit that subscribe button right now. You won't regret it. The paperwork took 40 minutes. Thor didn't react when David clipped the leash on. They drove home in complete silence, two small dogs staring out the window at the passing snow like ghosts. The first week was strange. Thor and his brother explored David's house cautiously, testing boundaries, but never fully relaxing. David set up beds, bought toys, prepared meals. The brother ate nervously. Thor barely touched his food. Then David noticed something odd. In his garage sat an old inflatable kiddie pool, deflated and forgotten. Thor found it on day 3. David walked into the garage and froze. Thor was lying inside the empty pool, curled into a tight ball, eyes closed, not sleeping, just lying there. "Thor? Buddy, what are you doing?" David lifted him out gently, carried him inside, placed him on the dog bed. Thor waited exactly 12 minutes, then walked straight back to the garage, back into the empty pool. David tried everything. He moved the pool, Thor found it. He put Thor's bed in the garage, Thor ignored it and climbed into the pool. He blocked the garage door. Thor sat outside and whined until David gave up. Every single night for 6 months, the same ritual. David would find Thor in the pool around 10 p.m., carry him to his bed, tuck him in. By 10:15 p.m., Thor was back in the pool. His brother would sometimes sit beside it, resting his chin on the edge, keeping watch. David researched online. Dogs sleeping in strange places. Boston Terrier anxiety. Rescue dog trauma. Every article said, give him time. Let him feel safe. Don't force it. So David stopped fighting it. He put a blanket in the pool. Thor pushed it out and lay on the bare plastic. He brought the pool inside. Thor dragged it back to the garage with his teeth, inch by agonizing inch. David asked his vet. Some dogs just have quirks, Dr. Patel said. If he's not hurting himself, let him have his safe space. But it didn't feel like a safe space to David. It felt like something else, something he couldn't name. Winter melted into spring, spring warmed into summer. June arrived with heat that turned David's backyard into a furnace. One Saturday morning, David remembered the pool, the actual purpose of the pool. He dragged it out, Thor watching from the doorway, head tilted, and set it up in the backyard. He turned the water on and left it to fill while he answered work emails. 45 minutes later, he walked back outside, and his heart stopped. Thor wasn't just swimming, he was performing. His body moved like a torpedo, legs pumping in perfect rhythm. 3 circles, explosive leap out, shake, then launch back in. Out, shake, run, jump, repeat, repeat, repeat. His brother barked encouragement, tail wagging wildly. David stood frozen, and then it hit him, like a freight train. For 6 months, Thor slept in that empty pool because it was the closest thing to water. For 6 months, he dreamed of swimming. For 6 months, he held on to hope, waiting, believing the water would return. David's eyes filled with tears. "I'm sorry," he whispered. Thor swam over, licked his face, then dove back under. That afternoon, David bought a stock tank for the garage. Water heater, filtration, heating panels. The pool is always full now. Some nights, David wakes to splashing at 2 a.m. Thor swimming peaceful laps, his brother asleep nearby. Hope doesn't announce itself. Sometimes it's just a small dog in an empty pool, believing. If this story touched your heart and you're still not subscribed, please don't wait any longer. Hit that subscribe button. What would you do if you realized your rescue dog had been dreaming of something for months? Tell me in the comments. If this story moved you, hit that like button.